Welcome to this video on amateur or ham radio, presented by Civil Air Patrol First Lieutenant Paul Lehman, call sign KD3BFJ. So what exactly is amateur or ham radio? Let's explore the core of this fascinating hobby. Ham radio is much more than just a hobby. It represents community connection, global communication reach, personal growth through education, and a reliable, off-grid emergency lifeline. At its heart, it's about people, electronics, and communication. It offers a welcoming, collaborative space, creative challenges like building your own antennas, and critical support for emergency response. With all those benefits, you might be wondering, why start in ham radio? There are truly many reasons to get started, ranging from the technical gear to the opportunity to reach out across the world. Ham radio plays a vital role in providing emergency services, coordinating public events, and offering dedicated volunteer service to our communities. One such program is Skywarn, where operators provide real-time updates on severe weather to the National Weather Service, often spotting hazards before radar can. The hobby also invites you to learn electronics, master antenna design, and sharpen your troubleshooting skills. And of course, it is a great deal of fun. Beyond the fun, there are tangible benefits for your career and personal development, including scholarship opportunities and practical leadership experience. Reflecting on my own journey, I have gained hands-on experience setting up stations, connecting globally, and learning the fundamentals of theory and operation. I've had the pleasure of making radio contacts with people across these various countries and regions. So how has this helped me specifically? My ham radio background qualified me for a technical staff position within the communications and IT cadre for my upcoming summer encampment, a fantastic way to apply these skills. This video will now transition to how amateur radio enhances connectivity, covering support networks, local clubs, and Civil Air Patrol emergency services. Beyond communication, ham radio helps you develop valuable practical skills like soldering, electronics, cable management, and even understanding solar and earth weather. Developing these skills directly improves your grasp of Civil Air Patrol communications. While CAP radio training covers operational procedures and voice protocol, ham radio teaches youth hardware, electronics, and technology behind the scenes. To appreciate how far we have come, let's take a brief look at the history of this technology. Guglielmo Marconi was a pioneer, adapting early discoveries of radio waves to create a practical means of long-distance communication. The early days were defined by discovery, the introduction of government licensing and regulation in 1912, and a total operational halt during the First World War. As the technology matured, hams pushed boundaries, completing the first transatlantic contacts, standardizing call signs, and innovating with single sideband transmission for greater efficiency. Single sideband, or SSB, suppresses part of the signal, which concentrates energy for better range and improved power efficiency, ideal for clear voice communication. Through the decades, amateur radio continued to evolve, surviving wartime bans, launching amateur satellites, providing critical links in Antarctica, and eventually retiring mandatory Morse code testing to welcome new members. Today, amateur radio remains a vital resource, proven indispensable during disasters like 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, the Sichuan earthquake, and relief efforts in Puerto Rico. Beyond just these responses, amateur radio operators have contributed to many innovations, including SSB modulation, packet radio, early satellite communication, and modern mesh networks. While no longer a primary requirement for licensing, International Morse code remains a celebrated and efficient part of our shared history. So how do you start your own journey in amateur radio? The process begins with one of three license levels: Technician, General, or Amateur Extra. Studying for the entry-level technician license usually takes just a few weeks of light daily study. Finally, keep in mind that as you upgrade your license class, you unlock broader spectrum privileges, allowing you to operate across more bands according to the ARRL band plan. If you are ready to get started, there are some excellent resources available. You can use platforms like hamstudy.org for practice exams, consult the official ARRL Technician Class Manual, follow along with video courses on YouTube, and find local clubs for in-person mentoring and exam sessions. You might be wondering what the course is like. The good news is that it is quite accessible, with a difficulty level comparable to a 6th grade science test. The entire question pool is public, the math is basic, and many younger students have passed their exams with ease. Thank you for your attention throughout this video. I hope you feel encouraged to pursue your own journey in amateur radio. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your local club or mentor.